All right, Alan May's been doing a great job for us tonight. I don't know how we got him to wake up early, but I'm glad we did. Our analyst joining us here on CBS Sports HQ. So we've got a series now. What were the keys for the Lightning to get back into this one, Alan?
I think the biggest thing was keeping the Avalanche below 2 goals, and that was team defense in all 3 zones of the ice. But the biggest thing was inside the defensive zone. They kept the Avalanche to the perimeter. They were spraying shots from the outside. Vasilevsky had a much easier time with those shots, and also clearing out the net front and making sure Vasilevsky understood he didn't have to worry about the backdoor play all the time. And when he did, he was incredible. So then you look at that, and then 5 guys back in the neutral zone, slowing the game down. The Avalanche didn't look so fast. They're the fastest team remaining in the playoffs right now, but they have done an incredible job in Tampa with the teams that have played so far in the playoffs. They've played the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Florida Panthers, the New York Rangers, the 3 fastest teams in the Eastern Conference, and they've slowed them down. And they've just kind of have to get home to find their rhythm every time. And then I look in the offensive zone. The other night, they only had 7 shots at even strength. Last night, they were shooting from all over. There was more of an urgency. There was more speed. They were in the face all game long of the Avalanche. And the Avalanche looked confused. Their best players had a very tough time getting going. They weren't able to do what they wanted like they did in games 1 and 2, where they seemed like they were just playing against themselves. So I look at all the things. It was just Tampa. Their coaching staff put together a good game plan, and the execution by the players was phenomenal.
It was interesting, too, because you talk about what they've run through there in the East. They've been very good at home. 5-on-5, they haven't allowed an even strength goal at Amalie Arena since Game 6 against Toronto. There is something that's talked about after this game, besides it being chippy. It was a dangerous play by Devon Tage. I'm going to get your thoughts in just a second, but here's John Cooper after the game.
John, did you see the play Tage on Kucherov, and what's your reaction to it?
I always, when you get asked questions like that, they're looking for an answer that everybody in the building already knows. And I think it's a game, it's a contact game, but guys know what they're doing. Smart, savvy players know what they're doing with their stick, and we all saw it, so we'll see.
The always measured John Cooper. Alan, in your eyes, was it a dirty hit, and what might the repercussions be?
Well, I crossed the line a little bit, but I can't see them doing anything. We've seen a lot of plays like that in the playoffs so far, and they're going to rewind the tape, and they're going to go back where Kucherov was the initiator of a cross-check in the middle of the ice in a play that wasn't caught very well on camera, but they have more cameras that we look at. It was the awkwardness of how Kucherov fell as he was trying to keep his balance, where the injury may have been sustained. But the league won't do anything. If they do anything, it'll be one of those ridiculous fines that really don't mean anything. They're direct deposit. They come out of your check. It's going to be $2,500 or $5,000, and that'll be the extent of it. So nothing will happen. We've seen it over and over again in the playoffs, and it's probably the thing that drives players, people from within the game, people from outside the game, the fans crazy, is when we see a lot of these plays and then there's a fine. So it's really the only thing that can happen positively out of this is that Kucherov is back next game.
All right, Alan May breaking it down. And at the very least for a neutral, we have a series, something to look forward to out there after that Game 3 win for the Lightning. Alan, certainly appreciate it. As we take a look at the odds now updated, I can tell you it's going to be Colorado still 3-1 to win the series. Series correct score odds right there. Lightning, if they can get somehow to win 4 straight like they did the Eastern Conference Final, would cash 7-1.
Well, I look right now at what Steve Stamkos has been doing in these really important games. And last night in the game, he willed his team to a victory. So I'm not counting them out. He had a goal. He had an assist. He was +3. He played 21 minutes and 33 seconds of ice time, most of any Lightning forward. And then you look what he did in the faceoff circle. In 31 faceoffs, he went 23-8. So the leadership of players like that, he's got 10 goals now. He's on the exact same pace pretty much he was on during the regular season, where he scored 42 goals and had 106 points. He's got 10 goals in 20 games now in the playoffs. So guys like that aren't going to be denied. The leadership by Stamkos and his teammates, I'm gonna put my bet, I'm gonna put my money with the Lightning again next game with what they've been able to do at home, and they just aren't going to be denied. So this is going to be a home game series, and once again, as I tell everyone on the network here, I want 7 games.
All right, we do too. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you. Good morning.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.